I'm Rowan Castleman, and I'm here today with Jen from Lindsey Funeral Home, and we're going to talk about funeral pre-planning. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, we're going to answer some of the questions you guys have called in with. The first one says, I'm considering doing pre-planned funeral and paying for it in advance. Should I take my oldest son with me since he will be taking care of my estate?
I always recommend bringing your children or your next of kin with you. They're part of the process that way. Not only that, but they know what's going on and how it should play out once you pass. Totally a great idea to bring anybody with you.
Gotcha. Okay. This one says, my parents are in their late 60s. How can I approach the topic of pre-planning their funeral? They are very hesitant to talk about it.
Most people are.
Yeah.
And I would say approach very carefully. My parents are the same way. I found that when my mom's friend died, I just brought it up. I'm like, oh, that was a nice casket. I know she's being buried by so-and-so. Like, what are your thoughts? And it kind of eased into the situation and the topic, and it got her talking a little bit more. I know what she doesn't want for sure now.
Exactly, yeah.
So.
Well, and it is hard to, it's probably easier to talk at our age because, you know, obviously we hope we live for a long time.
Yeah.
But as you get older, I think death is more on our mind.
Because you know it's imminent.
Yeah.
It's coming.
Yeah, and you don't want to talk about it. So, but I think you should have your wishes known to somebody.
You need
for
to
sure.
have that conversation for sure.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so what are some pre-funding options for a funeral?
Okay, so if you're wanting to come in and prepay, we do have several options. You can pay all at once, or you can make a payment plan. Those stretch from anywhere from 2 to 10 years. It's totally what you can afford and what fits in your budget. If you wanted to use your insurance policy, we can put it on file in your file. However, it does not lock in those prices. The only way to lock in the prices of your funeral would be to pay ahead of time.
Gotcha. And there's like a funeral trust. What is that?
It's trust or something that we used to use a long time ago. We don't use those anymore.
We don't use those anymore?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's more like an insurance policy type.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, that's good to know. So if we thought we had that, we need to sort that out. Okay. So what are some key decisions people should make in advance about their funerals to ease the burden on their loved ones?
I would say, of course, the obvious: burial, cremation. That's the first. Do you want, if you want burial, what cemetery do you want to use? Do you want the big church funeral with the visitation the night before? Or do you just want a private graveside? Those are all good decisions to make. If you do want cremation, do you want a service with your cremation? And when do you want that service with your cremation? There are several different options with cremation. People don't always realize that. You can have a service before you're cremated, or you can have a memorial service after you're cremated. So it's totally up to you what you would want. But those are just things that your kids would need to know, and you would need to know if you wanted to come in and plan, and we could talk about all of that together.
Well, and like the first caller asked, do it now. Take your kids, so that everybody's on board.
Everybody's on the same page and they know what happened.
Yeah.
So.
One of the questions somebody called in one time was, my mom wants this, but my brother says we can change it, and I laugh because I'm like, I can see my kids having this conversation, but everybody gonna know, this is what she would have wanted.
This is what mom wanted, this is what we're gonna do.
Yeah, and you can do it in a lighthearted way. It doesn't have to be doom and gloom.
No, we can have fun and laugh and smile and all the things. It's fine.
Absolutely. Well, Jen, thank you. You're very easy to talk to, and I know that's something that we need in these situations.
Yeah.
So, all right, if you guys would like to revisit this segment of Family Health Experts, log on to WPSDLocal6.com and click on Health Experts.
All right, thank you, Robin. A quick note before we go. Much of our area has seen very, very dry weather in recent weeks, and now several local cities and counties are implementing burn bans. In Graves County, they've banned all open burning. That includes open pit cooking and charcoal grills. Ballard County announced a similar ban until the county receives, quote, at least 1 inch of consecutive rainfall. The city of Obion, Tennessee, not to be confused with Obion County, is also banning outdoor burning. Barbecue grills are allowed there, but must be used responsibly.
Not sure we're going to be picking up an inch of rain anytime soon. We might get a handful of raindrops tonight and maybe a shower or two on Friday evening and overnight, but it doesn't look like anything significant. Temperatures kind of up and down next few days, from the 80s today, 70s tomorrow, 80s on Friday, 70s on Saturday, and 80 on Sunday. So let's keep our fingers crossed. Maybe we'll squeeze out a couple raindrops.
All right, Trent, thank you. And we thank you for watching Local 6 Midday.
Sensodyne is our